Hey everyone, it's Sumi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious Moong Dal recipe using the Instant Pot. It's an extremely simple recipe that results in a creamy, soothing and yummy dal that I know you'll want to make regularly. If you're a fan of easy vegan Indian dishes, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Now let's get cooking. You'll need some yellow moong dal that you can find in any Indian grocery store. And you'd also need a handful of some very simple ingredients. Some tomatoes, Thai green chili, lemon, ginger, cilantro with the stalks because there's a lot of flavor in those stalks. And for the spices, we'll only need some hing or asafoetida, turmeric powder, and some cumin seeds. We're going to start by rinsing our moong dal in cold running water until the water runs clear. We want to do this to get rid of any impurities and excess starch. While rinsing, you want to make sure that you're pressing onto the lentils to get out as much of the starch as possible. I usually rinse my dal around 4 to 5 times till the water is clear, after which I'm just going to let this soak until our veggies are prepped. For the veggie prep, we just need to finely chop around a teaspoon of ginger, roughly chop around 2 tablespoons worth of cilantro leaves, finely chop the stalks or the stems, and roughly chop a cup's worth of tomatoes. Here we've taken our Instant Pot and set it on the saute function. Once it gets hot, we're going to add around a teaspoon of cooking oil. We're using sunflower oil, but you can use any flavorless oil of your choice. To the hot oil, we're going to add a teaspoon of cumin seeds, and we're going to cook this until it gets all toasty and fragrant, which will only take a couple of seconds. After which, we're going to add our finely chopped ginger, followed by the finely chopped cilantro stalks. Adding the chopped cilantro stalks to the oil gives a lovely flavor to this dish. We're also going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of hing or asafoetida. Now we want to mix all of this really well and cook until the ginger is golden brown. We're then going to add 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder and cook this for a couple of seconds. If you find that your mixture is too dry, you can add a little more oil. We've added 1/2 teaspoon of more oil for the turmeric to cook through, and you only want to cook this for around 30 seconds to not burn the spices. And now we're going to add in 3/4 of a cup of our roughly chopped tomatoes. And we want to cook this until the tomatoes just start to break down. We don't want this to get too mushy because the tomatoes will get pressure cooked along with the lentils. This will only take around 2 to 3 minutes. This looks great. We're now going to add in our rinsed and strained moong dal. We've taken 1 cup of moong dal, which will easily make 4 to 6 servings. You want to make sure to really scrape the bottom of your Instant Pot at this point because the Instant Pot can be really sensitive when there's anything stuck. Once it's been thoroughly mixed, we're going to add 2.5 cups of hot water. We're adding hot water so the pressure builds up faster. And at this point, we're going to add in our slit Thai green chili. We have slit the chili in the center as opposed to chopping it because when you slit it, the spice is just mildly infused throughout the dal. But when you chop it, there is a tendency for it to get too spicy, which is not what we want. Once the mixture comes to a boil, we're going to cancel the saute function, close our Instant Pot with the lid, and pressure cook on high for 8 minutes. Once the cook is complete, we want to quick release the pressure because moong dal cooks pretty easily and we don't need to wait for it to naturally release. And when you open your Instant Pot, it should look something like this. As you can see, the dal is completely cooked through, but you can also see that a lot of them have still held their shape, and this is what we're looking for. We're going to fish out the green chili because we don't want anyone biting into this while they're having their meal. We're now going to add a cup of water and mix it really well. You can add as much water or as little depending on the consistency you prefer. We're now going to salt this to taste and give this a good mix. We always want to salt our lentils after they've been cooked because if you add salt while they're pressure cooking, they might not cook evenly, so it's best to salt after. We now want to top our dal with 1.5 tablespoons of our roughly chopped cilantro and mix well. So at this point, the dal is complete. You can just finish with a squeeze of lemon juice and serve. But if you find that it's not flavorful enough for you, or if the dal isn't yellow enough because you didn't add as much turmeric, not to worry, you can just make a simple tempering that will elevate your dal to the next level. In a small skillet on high heat, we're going to add a teaspoon of cooking oil. We use sunflower oil once again. To this, we're adding a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and we're going to cook this until toasty and fragrant. Once you get a lovely aroma from your cumin seeds, you can add a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Mix well and cook this for around 15 to 20 seconds, after which we're going to add the 1/4 cup of the remaining roughly chopped tomatoes that we have left, and we're going to cook this for a minute or two. We don't want our tomatoes to break down, we just want to give them a gentle cook. And it's also really lovely to bite into a juicy piece of tomato when you're having your dal. After 2 minutes, you can add in the remaining 1/2 tablespoon of roughly chopped cilantro leaves and cook all of this together for a minute or so. After which you can pour this mixture onto your dal and mix really well. This additional step will add a lot more flavor to your dal, and it's also a great safety measure. If you found out that your dal wasn't flavorful enough, like I mentioned, this is a great way to add in that extra flavor in a short amount of time. And we're going to finish our dal with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. You can also add more lemon juice to your individual plates or bowls while enjoying your meal. And our dal is ready to serve. Moong dal is definitely a comfort food for me. I like enjoying it with some steaming hot rice and just a simple pickle and or papad on the side for a very simple meal. But you can also add it as part of a thali where you can have a bowl of dal, a bowl of a curry of your choice. I have a lot of curry options on my channel, so please be sure to check them out. And some roti. Here I have some gluten-free rice rotis and a nice crisp fresh salad on the side. Let me know if you enjoyed this recipe and if you tried it out in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And please like and subscribe for more such videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!